Linda, my Facebook ads suck and I'm not getting quality leads. Can you help me? Well, that's what Linda's going to be helping us with today. I'm Moby from Red Pandas and welcome to InboundBuzz. Linda, this is something that comes up a lot. It's something that you've been talking to a lot about this with our team and obviously our paid media team and our clients. Let's get straight into it. Talk to us about the problem and is there a solution and what is that solution when it comes to quality Facebook leads?
Yeah, nice move. So it's good to be back. We're having this conversation a lot with clients, new clients that we onboard, existing clients that we have. It's kind of a never-ending thing where you're always trying to optimize ads so that we're bringing the highest quality leads. And I will say Facebook has come a really long way. I just want to acknowledge that first because I think gone are the days where you have to be really, really specific with your targeting and have interest-based targeting. What we're finding now is the algorithm is really good. Yes, AI is really good. And it really understands the buyer and where they're at in the buying cycle. And we don't really need to be super tight anymore with interest-based targeting. Broad is working really well.
Yeah, I think it's a really good reminder, Linda, for anyone who's used it in the past and spent a lot of money, because we've had clients who have been with us for a long time, and they used to do it and had limited results, and they've now come back to it, and it's really, really strong. And I think that's a good reminder if you were trying stuff in the past and you weren't sure, that's where they're going to use the AI money, right? They're going to spend it on ads to make sure it works really well. And if you're a little bit skeptical, if you are a social media user, you will notice you'll get things that you are interested in. Sometimes it's really weird. It's like, oh my God, I had this in my head. I didn't even say it out loud and it will serve you. Yeah. Is that a fluke? Maybe. Is that a coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe there's patterns that the algorithm can detect before you even do. But the point is, you're right, it's come a long way.
Well, the AI predicts buyer intent based on real-time behavior. And like you said, we can see that it's so good. Sometimes it recognizes where you're at in your buying journey before you even realize that, just based on queries that you're searching elsewhere, if it has that data. I actually read something recently that said that Facebook collects 52,000 data points on each user. Wow. Based on everything that we do in there. So there's metadata, like photo locations, but then there's also what we're posting, what we're messaging. So it has heaps of data on every single user. So it makes sense.
Now that, as you say that, now it makes so much sense because I've been getting a lot of ads lately and it's it's men losing weight. It's all these fitness influencers, lose this weight. And even the people that they're showing in their creative, they're older guys, they're not guys in their 20s. They're dads, they're professionals, they're people in their 40s and 50s, and I'm not 40 yet, so I don't know. But the point is
anticipating.
Yeah, but when you said to me, it knows where you are about to do. When I got those ads, I'm like, why am I getting these ads? I'm not searching for this stuff, but it makes sense because, as you know, I've been on this keto path. Mm-hmm. So I've been searching keto recipes and keto mousse and keto peanut butter, this and that and the other thing. So it's drawing connections. It knows my age. It knows I'm looking for keto stuff. It's drawing a line hey,
draw
cool.
Trends.
These ads in creative that are targeted to men your age to lose weight, I'm going to show them to you. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. So the AI has come a really, really long way, but there are definitely some tips that we're going to share with everyone today to help them when they're stuck in that, I'm struggling with my Facebook ads right now. There's not quality leads coming through.
Yeah.
All right. So first step here is, no matter if you have an existing account or you have a new account that you're creating, we always need to make sure that we get the customer avatar right. And that sounds really basic, but there's so many reasons to know your customer's demographic, psychographic, geographic, everything about them, what they care about, what their pain points are. Because you're not only going to call all of that out in the ad itself through the right creatives and the right messaging, but you're also going to train the AI to understand who it is you're targeting.
Right.
So the customer avatar is really important and seems like the most basic step, but honestly, I think it's the most important part. Mm-hmm. So we start there. Now, if you're if you've got a new account and you need to feed a lot of data into it so the model understands who it is you're trying to target, I personally recommend video ads. They're really cheap. So if you're running an engagement or a reach ad, they're a great way to get a lot of data into your account for cheap. So what I would be doing if I was you, I would be creating my customer avatar, pinpointing all those things that I just spoke about. I would be then going onto a tool like SEMrush or Answer the Public, and I would be learning about what that customer wants to know about, what they're wanting to learn about. For example, if we look at essential oils, they might be asking, what is the difference between a good and bad essential oil? I would be creating a video ad, educating that person on that, because that they're going to be engaging with it. And like we just said, Facebook is going to serve that ad to the right person at their particular point in the customer journey that makes sense to them. And right now, you're just trying to gather data on the right users.
Yeah.
So once you create these video ads and you're getting a lot of data, what I would be then doing is I would be creating retargeting ads or conversion ads based on all that data that you put into your account. There's a lot to unpack there, but I think that's what I would be looking at if it was a brand new account. I would absolutely stick to video ads.
Yeah.
And like what we said earlier, the video ad, I would be looking at, okay, who is your target audience, right? Based on your customer avatar, make sure that that person is in the video, because Facebook will scan the video.
I was going to say, yeah, it's a way to get eyeballs, but like you say, it's training the AI. So you're showing the AI, like you said, like this is 101. The beautiful thing is when you do marketing properly, it works. Like you're targeting the avatar, so people like that avatar, will resonate with it. But like you say, it will train the AI who to show that with.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's say, just sticking on the essential oils trend, let's say that, as a business, you're not wanting to go after individual users. You want to target other businesses and get them to bulk buy essential oils from you. I would be making sure that that word business is in the primary text, right? If you're looking to stock up on essential oils for your business, or are you looking to?
And then couple that with the video. So would an example be like, say we did a video, obviously we sell paid media services, we sell HubSpot. If we had an ad like, hey, if you're a marketing manager or a business owner and you're really struggling with your CRM, then listen up. This is 5 tips on what you should look at.
Absolutely.
It talks to the audience, but it's also training AI. And like you say, Meta has those data points. It knows when someone's looking at CRM. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That is so perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I would do. Make sure that you target everything towards that person. The content in the video, even if it's not a video, let's say you're just doing static ads, make sure the person in your creative looks like your target demographic. Make sure that they're the same age, they're looking at the same things. Make sure that they look like that person, and that your copy in your ad also is reflective of who you're trying to target.
Got you.
Yeah. Outside of that, if let's say, you don't want to run video ads, maybe you're not interested in reach and engagement ads, right? And you just want to focus on conversion ads, then we have to go a different route. What I would be saying to you and what we say to our customers is we need to send higher quality signals to Meta.
Right.
That is the way we're going to retrain the AI to learn who it is your customers actually are. So for example, if you are a IT provider and you run ads and you're not getting businesses come back to you, you're getting job seekers. How do we lift the switch on that? All right. What I would be recommending is firstly, upload a customer list into Meta. Start there. From there, make sure your pixel is set up, because that carries across browser level information. But then what I would be doing is some sort of API that feeds customer data from your CRM, like a HubSpot, back into Meta. Because what you want to be doing is making sure that the ads are optimizing based on who actually becomes a customer after your sales process, as opposed to who's just filling out a form.
If someone has HubSpot, is there an easy no code, low code way to send that data back to Meta?
Yes, there is. Yeah, it's set up in the ads manager. And I'm pretty
It's an
sure
audience
it's
or something. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to set up.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. But that's what I would be recommending. I think as much data as you can feed back into Meta is the way to go to be able to retrain the AI to know exactly who it is to target. And in addition to that, everything that we spoke about. So make sure that your ads, they talk to the right person, because that's half of it as well. I don't know about you, Mobes, but I still see so many stock images on my feed.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah. And they're probably just serving spare inventory, not doing it properly. Yeah, as a kind of bonus tip, if you do have something like a HubSpot, we have seen this multiple times where the good thing about these platforms are incentivized to try to make you see how many leads you're getting. But unless you're in e-commerce, you're not going to know whether those leads converted to customers. And what we found this with a particular client, and I know you know who I'm talking about, Linda, where they had a PMAX campaign, and even Google's reps. Sidebar, Google reps are the most annoying people on earth. They don't even work for Google, they're contractors, and they were pushing PMAX, like PMAX. So then the client did PMAX, and that was getting the most leads. And the second campaign, the second most spend campaign with the second most leads, wasn't getting as many leads, right? Yeah. But what we actually found, because it was integrated with HubSpot, like out of the box, we could actually see, forget leads, how many, there's two stages that were really important we could track. How many proposals were being sent from each campaign. So based on, campaign 1, campaign 2, which ones resulted in more proposals and how many proposals, and then ultimately how many customers. So the PMAX one, and I'm not saying PMAX is bad, because we have had a lot of good conversations on this show about PMAX. It does work. But what we found was they had a lot more customers and leads with the second campaign, even though it was spending a lot less than the first. So naturally, we reallocated the budget. So that's like a bit of a kind of pro tip if you do have a system or a CRM that, not only to your point, Linda, can feed the conversion data back to Facebook to keep optimizing for that type of person, but also from your ad control side to see actually which campaigns are getting us more customers, not just leads if you're in lead gen.
Yeah, 100%. That also reminds me as well, in Meta, you can also just create custom conversions so you can mimic back that data. So in Meta, you get the default settings, which are, or events, I should say, default events, which are lead and purchase. But you can change those and you can create custom events so that they more mimic the type of purchase action that happens. So maybe it's booked call, right? Maybe that's how you measure everything as an SQL or an MQL.
Yeah.
Book call. So you can create a custom conversion that is, booked a call. And you can see that data then when you go into Facebook Manager, how many people booked a call and are just coming through the default properties like lead. Yeah.
Cool.
There's another really cool setting that we have been trialing at the moment, and that is actually changing the conversion goal based on the user's previous history and how they typically convert on Meta. So what I mean by that is maybe when I'm on Meta Mobes, I always typically end up leaving my details through a native lead form, right? That's how I would typically do it. Whereas for you, when you're on Meta and you actually convert more by going to a landing page hosted on a website and filling out the form there. So we're creating ads where, based on my user behavior and your user behavior, you both receive that ad, but for you, the conversion goal will be taking you to a landing page. And for me, it'll be filling out a lead.
Right. So we'll get different ways to fulfill that ad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
It's optimized based on the user data, which I just said there's so much of.
That's great. I mean, any final thoughts? I think that's more than enough. If you don't have one, work on your avatar. 2, give the AI a lot more to work with and try some of these experiments. But I'll let you have the final word and we'll end it there.
Yeah, I think there's so many different options here. I would say start at 1, work your way through the list. If you get really stuck, reach out to us. But when people come to us and they say, like, Linda, Meta ads are not working, we will make it work through one of these things if we can.
Yeah, don't give up on it.
Yeah, just don't turn it off straight away.
Nice.
There's something you can do.
Thanks, Linda. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening to Inbound Buzz. Learn anything? Return the favor by spreading the word. Want to make your mark in digital? Need help with your digital strategy, inbound, and marketing automation efforts? Then visit redpandas.com.au and be sure to tune in next time for another Inbound Buzz hit.